Greetings. I'm Thomas Caldwell of the Aurelian Column, and this is Movie Night. Oh, my. It is very hard to avoid the headlines and all of the reports coming out from various reliable sources and clickbait on the end of the world and all sorts of catastrophe. So sometimes to take a break from that and to dive into a little bit of escapism is a healthy thing to do, especially if it deals with the satire of that species known as humans and how much they're capable of and how much they're rather ridiculous. So we're going to go back in time a little more than 40 years ago when the Cold War was in full swing, Ronald Reagan was in power, and we weren't really sure if we were going to make it to the year 2000. Kind of like the way things always stay the same, the way they always change, or something along those lines. Now, there's a movie that's a lot of fun that came out in those times. It didn't do too well at the box office because it had to go up against an Indiana Jones movie and a Star Trek movie at the same time, and back in the day, that was the kiss of death in movie distribution. But it stars many actors who became very prominent in movies that were popular in the late 20th century and early 21st century. The movie I'm talking about, which is one of the strangest that's ever crawled out of Hollywood or was kicked out of Hollywood, is The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension. It's one of those movies you have to see, and very few people seem to know about it these days. The movie is about a man who is half Japanese, half European American, who is a brain surgeon, nuclear physicist, rock star, superhero, and comic book character all at the same time. And if you think that sounds crazy, you're right. Wait till you get into the other parts of the plot, such as saving the world from extraterrestrials, which had more in common with Mussolini than they did with E.T., and, it goes into the War of the Worlds broadcast and how it really was an invasion. It is a wild, fun, escapist ride. It stars Peter Weller before RoboCop. It stars John Lithgow, Jeff Goldblum. Remember him? He later became famous for The Fly and Jurassic Park. Christopher Lloyd, who became the crazy scientist in the Back to the Future series. Clancy Brown, before he became de Kurgan in Highlander and stole that role like no one else could have. This is a fun movie, and it also deals with saving the world, which you kind of wish we had right now. I'm not going to go too much into the plot, only that you are dealing with a brain surgeon at the beginning of the movie who has to take a helicopter so he can go off and enter the eighth dimension using a very strange high-speed car on a salt flat. And of course, he's a musician and he's into martial arts and all sorts of crazy things. The movie was very well done, but as I said earlier, it came out at the time of the Indiana Jones movie, The Temple of Doom, and The Search for Spock. Both were very popular movies at the time. And if you're coming out in August, summertime, you're not going to do very well. So it didn't make its money back, and there were no sequels, unfortunately. But it is a weird, very, very brainy movie. So you can watch it and enjoy it, but you really got to think a little bit. If you've ever wondered where the phrase, no matter where you go, there you are, came from, or the other one, such as laugh while you can, Monkey Boy, it came out of this movie. It's a fun piece of escapism, and you need that these days. It's also good to see these stars when they were young and good-looking, and they didn't seem to have a care in the world. All the actors who were in this movie said it was the funnest time they ever had in Hollywood making anything. And you can tell from watching it. It's weird, it's campy, it's escapism. It's what movies are supposed to be about. You can find it up on YouTube. It's free there with the ads, and you can also purchase it. This is definitely a DVD purchase if there ever was one, because in the event there is a nuclear war, this will keep you laughing down in the bomb shelter as you wait for the background radiation to dissipate. Again, the movie is The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension, starring Peter Weller, John Lithgow, Ellen Barkin, Jeff Goldblum, Christopher Lloyd, and Clancy Brown. It was put out by 20th Century Fox, and it was directed by a man named W.D. Richter. It was a fun movie back then, and it still is now. So go off and have some fun this movie night. The world will be just as crazy tomorrow as it was this morning when you woke up. That's it for today. If you appreciate my work, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends, and share with your enemies. And please consider a paid subscription or a donation for new equipment. It keeps the lights on literally and figuratively, and let's face it, if the missiles go flying, the money won't be worth anything to you anyways. I can be reached at feedback@aureliancolumn.com. That's feedback@aureliancolumn.com. I'm up on X. My handle there is MICCAMPEN. That's MICCAMPEN. This podcast originates at Substack. My handle there is aureliancolumn.substack.com. Until we meet again, be good, be safe, be vigilant, and remember, don't forget the popcorn and watch the credits through to the end. Good day.